I should do something today. But what? Hey guys, TerryByte here, and I'm gonna be reviewing GTA 5. Because I can. This here is Rockstar's best installments in their most famous series. The visuals in this game is just amazing, and fuck this, I'm out. Fuck it. Fuck this show. I hate it already. Harry Potter. Who doesn't know Harry Potter? One of the most captivating and popular book series by J.K. Rowling, and somehow spawned 8 movies from 7 books. Because they split up the last one. Dicks. So of course, games were made to cash in on the movie. Now before you say, hey Terry, this is a fucking movie license game. We know it's gonna be bad. Well, fuck you. But also, you'd be wrong. Because this game here is average. This game actually received quite positive reviews. And also, this game was one of my first loves. I begged and begged my dad for this game. At the time it cost 80 bucks. And when I got my hands on it, I played it non-stop. I was a dumb fucking kid. Because in my opinion, for everything this game does right, it does something wrong to counteract it. I could have been playing the Ratchet and Clank series, which I had. But no, I had to play this to death. Fuck you, Harry Potter. Fuck you and your magical averageness. Let's begin. So in the opening eye catch, we see what is both mildly impressive and yet over the top cinematic. We even see that they blatantly stole off Lord of the Rings for no reason at all.
Fly, you fools!
By the way, this scene, remember this from the movie? No? Well, maybe it's in the game. Nope. No, I'm serious. This scene with the bridge and everything never happens within the game. This game is a dirty liar. Are you going to lie to me again, Harry? How can I say no to that face? It looks like he's going to molest me. So, new game, here we go. And it looks like this game has a really fast loading time. Oh. The game lied again. In reality, these loading screens are ridiculously long. Really long. And then we are thrown into the story without any context of why Harry was withdrawn in the first place. Nothing is actually explained in the game why Harry is in this situation. Now, I know you could make the argument that if you've already bought this game, you've already seen the movie or you read the book and hence know about the escape from the Dudleys. But look at this. It's just new game, loading screen, boop story.
That was truly smashing, Harry.
This is just so rushed. What is this? The Legend of Korra Season 1? As you can see, this game borrows quite a bit, believe it or not, from the Zelda series. I can't believe I fucking wrote that. Did I actually write that? You have spells assigned to each button of the PlayStation controller, much like the items in Zelda. And you also have a
context sensitive
button to do actions such as open doors, dodge, and crawling. You can also climb and jump automatically up and off ledges. And it works. For the most part. Sometimes Harry just chooses not to jump, and it's a... There is also an R1 targeting system with the dodging, exactly like Z targeting from Zelda. So, it's basically Zelda. What I do have a complaint about is the voice acting. None of the actors from the movie do their own voice in the game, and it becomes painfully obvious.
Someone said you'd been expelled for crashing a flying car into the Whomping Willow. Bet you can smash those barrels over there. You can trade all kinds of things with them for spells and really wicked stuff.
The voice acting here is...
There you are.
average, but there is one that is just plain awful.
I found him like this. I heard that he's flying. Oh no!
Wow, this is like one of the worst voice actors I've ever heard in my life. Who was this voiced by? Ah, Tom Attenborough, who is Richard Attenborough's grandson? Huh? I made a powerful enemy, haven't I? Anyway, after another long-ass loading screen, we get transported to Nocturne Alley. And this is where we learn our first new spell. And it's guarded by this hand thing. And it attacks with hearts. Aww. After tiptoeing past it and learning this new Lumos spell, we go through a series of dungeons to get to Diagon Alley, which is innocent enough, except for... spells can be charged to produce more powerful attacks, and overcharging them actually leads to Harry himself getting stunned. A cool idea, but almost everything in the game doesn't require a charge-up spell. Everything is damaged the same amount, no matter if you charge it or not. Except for some barrels and torches, it doesn't lead to more powerful attacks, which makes it feel a bit useless. But look how pretty it is!
My new quill definitely fell into the back of Gamble and Japes. And I'm sure I saw Hagrid when I lost my speller tape. So I think that must be in the leaky cauldron.
Wait, hold on. If you lost your things but you already know where they are, why don't you go get them? You know where they are. What did she think I am, a poster boy? What a lazy bitch. Sorry, I just got a bit carried away there. You know what, let's just go straight to Hogwarts.
Harry, we've missed the train! Missed the train? Yes! The Hogwarts Express left 5 minutes ago! Oh no! What are we going to do?
You know, that is the absolute perfect reaction to telling someone that they missed the train.
Oh no!
So Harry and Ron go to Hogwarts, but crash into the Whomping Willow, which is an innocent enough platforming puzzle set. After beating the Whomping Willow, we finally get to Hogwarts, and also meet...
You two didn't arrive on the Hogwarts Express.
a fairly accurate Snape. I mean, I'm quite surprised about this. The voice isn't so bad, and overall... I just jinxed it, didn't I? Ow! 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 And now we finally get to the campus. And may I say, this is where any Harry Potter fan may fall in love with this game. The first impression roaming the castle is actually quite impressive. The atmosphere just envelops you and almost transports you to Hogwarts. While it is a bit empty, you really feel the grandeur. This is added by the absolutely fantastic music. It really seems like this school has more magic than Heston Blumenthal.
Magic, in real magic.
And later on in the game, you can even fly around Hogwarts, which really adds to the scale of the school and definitely one of the highlights. However, sometimes the grounds are just a bit too big. I mean, you just run in a straight line to your objective and back. It gets tiresome very quickly. Anyway, our first lesson of the term is flying.
Although you all apparently learned to fly last year, the apparently is directed at you, Mr. Longbottom. A refresher course is in order.
Alright, that was kind of funny. Oh boy. Flying through rings? What does this remind you of? This is going to be fun. And then after one lesson, the day's over, where Ron proudly states...
That was exhausting, Harry. I'm off to bed.
And then loading screen. I mean, look at these loading screens. They're just ridiculous. Just look at the amount of loading screens it takes from the common room to the courtyard.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast, too fast, too fast, faster, faster.
And you have to do this path every single mission. Anyway, during the day, Harry goes to classes where he learns a new spell for the game. How? The teacher shows and demonstrates while the students learn via kinesthetic teaching? No, but by chucking students into a dungeon with actual fire, harmful ghosts, high ledges, and giant ladybugs farting flames. Huh. It always seems to be Harry that goes into these dangerous lessons. I mean, they don't even ask him. I mean, why not ask Ron or something? Oh, no, actually, no, wait. He got tired by just watching Harry fly.
I'm off to bed. I'm going to bed. Night, Harry. I'm going to bed. I'm really tired and I'm off to bed. I'm off to bed.
I can see the problem there. By the way, dungeons with doors being blocked in a mini cutscene while the character looks back. Zelda? Even the treasure chest and the spellbook has a Zelda-y feel. I mean, really, I'm not sure if this is really influenced by Zelda or just plain ripping it off. But hey, at least there's no...
Listen.
During night, Harry has to do missions that involve sneaking around the castle to obtain information on the Chamber of Secrets following Hermione's instructions.
The only thing is, you'll need to get into the restricted section this time. Go down to the second floor. It's bibliophile.
And this is the other half of the game. Sneaking and stealth. Kind of like Metal Gear Solid. Okay. Not really, but sort of. You have to use corners to your advantage and create distractions using your spells or stink pellets. However, these stealth sections are far too easy, even if you get caught. This is where the music really shines. Even though getting caught has no real threat, and it's super easy to escape, the music adds to the tension. Now I actually take that back. It creates the tension alone. It's legitimately scary getting caught because of the crash of the instruments alone.
There's someone around here. Hey!
So that's the basics of the game, really. Lessons by day, stealth by night. And this is the main problem with the pacing of the game. It's repetitive and boring. Every day it's the same. Like seriously, it is. You get up, leave common room, loading screen, stairway, loading screen, class cutscene, loading screen, dungeon, complete puzzle, defeat a random gargoyle, finish dungeon, loading screen, cutscene, loading screen, leave classroom, loading screen, stairway, loading screen, main hall, loading screen, long ass walk to Quidditch, loading screen, play Quidditch, win, loading screen, cutscene, Ron says he needs to go to bed, press select, press X to end the day. Jesus Christ! Oh my god, my throat. Is this supposed to be an allegory on our slow and repetitive lives? And that's only one half of the game. The other half of the game is essentially the night time, and that's essentially the same, except with Metal Gear.
Harry! Harry! Harry!
And on top of that, there's no real incentive to explore the castle after the initial impression, because you only get these collectible wizard cards, which do improve your stamina meter, but honestly, they don't do anything more. Even flying around freely outside is really boring. Speaking of which, the Quidditch element of this game was actually something many critics applauded. They said things like, for Quidditch fans, there's a thrilling version of the aerial sport. Now at first glance, it actually looks pretty awesome, but then...
Eat my food, Potter!
Not you really cannoned into Potter. Potter was really...
Yep, nope, I'm not doing that. And after all that battering, how is Harry treated by his best friend?
I'm off to bed.
Lazy ginger bastard. But what's also lazy is the dueling. Once you learn Expelliarmus, you can then rebound incoming spells, and the game introduces a new type of game mode. Tennis.
Well, you won't see many rallies better than that ever.
The computers don't even mess up in a particular way, so you just have to get lucky most of the time. Or cheat. You can always cheat, you know. Anyway, I'm getting a bit carried away here, aren't I? Let's actually talk about the story. Hey, the Polyjuice potion scene. This is where Harry turns into Goyle, and somehow the Polyjuice potion also manages to change his robes from red to green.
To the hospital wing. Yes, that's it. The hospital wing.
You think it gets better than that? You think it gets better than that? No, you're wrong, man.
What do you think of this?
It looks like an old diary. Belonged to T.M. Riddle.
Ron? Where did you actually get that diary?
No!
It was Hagrid, Ron. Hagrid opened the Chamber of Secrets.
Jesus Christ, that was one of the quickest and most jangliest cuts I've ever seen in my life.
I'm off to bed.
So yeah, that was pretty rushed. Really rushed. Ridiculously rushed. What is this? The Legend of Korra Season 2? Here we're fighting that giant spider. What's his name? Aragon? No, it's Aragog. Aragog. This is a flawed battle because when I died, my health was just replenished, but Aragog's health didn't. I thought this was a glitch, so I purposely died again. And the same thing happened. So basically, there's no consequence of dying. The bugger this. Get it? Because he's a bug? He's a bug. So like, okay, he's not really a bug. He's an arachnid, but like, you know, like, please love me. And like, comment, and subscribe. And now, finally, we get to the Chamber of Secrets. It actually looks pretty impressive. Impressive enough visually.
What do you mean?
Ginny Weasley opened the Chamber of Secrets. She daubed threatening messages on the walls and set the Serpent of Slytherin on the mudbloods and nearly headless Nick.
No!
Wow, that was beyond rushed. What is this? The Legend of Korra Season 3? Man, what a load of shit. The Chamber of Secrets? More like the chamber pot of secrets. It's full of shit.
I am Lord Voldemort, the greatest sorcerer in the world.
Sorry to disappoint you and all that, but the greatest sorcerer in the world is Albus Dumbledore.
And here we have the final battle against the basilisk. And god damn, this music! It's by far the best thing about this fight, unlike those damn ceiling tile fight. They're impossible to telegraph and they just... Finally, beat him. Ginny says some shit, Harry doesn't care.
Come on, Ginny.
And then it's the last part of the game.
Anyway, did you know that the House Cup is about to be awarded?
I hope we've got enough house points to beat Slytherin.
Oh. Well, Gryffindor has 385 points, while Slytherin has 410, but I'm sure Lizard Dumbledore here will give Harry and his friends some bullshit points like he always does in every single movie.
To Slytherin.
What? Where's the bonus points? Did someone toggle off bonus stars? What happened? Hey, I'll do it. Harry, for risking your life for the whole school and an indifferent attitude, I give you 20 points. And Hermione, I'm going to give you 20 points because you're going to be super hot in the future. And Ron Weasley, for going to bed on a consistently lazy basis, I award you with 20 points. Fuck you, Slytherin. Yay! After that, we get a little cutscene where the narrator explains what they did, who is voiced by Stephen Fry? How many powerful enemies do I have to make in one video?
Well, it's all had to do with loyalty and friendship.
And then after the final line, the credits finally roll. Did I skip the credits or something? I mean, throughout the whole game it had a rushed feel, and did it need to be consistent with the rushedness at the end? What is this? This review? Season 4? I mean, I usually just skip credits in video games anyway, but I actually can't find a way to see the credits. I mean, why are these people going uncredited? This ain't no LA Noire. But that was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, an incredibly flawed game with many features such as wannabe Zelda dungeons, Metal Gear Solid for babies, hit everything while you're on a broom, and of course, tennis. But you know what? It's alright, it's not bad, it's not horrible. And you know what? It really has a great feel. From the music to just wandering around Hogwarts, it really makes you feel like you're there. So would I condemn this game? Of course not. It's an innocent enough game, and if you're a Harry Potter fan and you see that game in a bargain bin somewhere, pick it up and just play it in short bursts, because those loading screens will drive you insane. Hell, you might even be pleasantly surprised by this game, or at least have a good laugh from the terrible voice acting. Wait. I'm supposed to review a bad game. You know, I can't really put up with these cheap parlor tricks anymore. I mean, it's too easy to make fun of this game. I gotta do something more exciting. I guess we gotta play a good snowboarding game. Emphasis on good. You know, in the current gaming industry, snowboarding games are pretty limited. I mean, I could research that, but... research. I mean, really, all you've got are the SSX games or Shaun White. Fun. And because of the SSX franchise, most snowboarding games are now aimed at audiences who want... But let's go back, before the PS2, before the Nintendo Wii, and all that other stuff, before SSX was even born. The snowboard game was quite different back then. We had N64 titles such as Snowboard Kids 1 and 2, which were alright, but basically they were kart races with a snowboard skin. And another snowboarding game in the N64 library was, of course, 1080 Snowboarding. And this here was one of the first snowboarding games, hell, even sports games, that I've ever played in my life. And it left in my impressionable mind an interest in snowboarding that has permeated my life. It was my introduction into head-banging rock music and the experience of doing grab tricks, spins, and going fast on the slopes. But does this game hold up today, in the current snowstorm of hyper-extreme sports games that now flood the market? Let's find out. Get it? Snowstorm. Because it's snow. Snowstorm. Snow. So, if you ever played this game before, allow me to invoke some rock field nostalgia for you. I mean, this track is something that's burned into my memory. I just mean the first few chords, not the entire song, because the actual song lyrics are laughably stupid. So anyway, we have many different types of game mode, and since this is a snowboard game, I'm gonna go for Trick Attack. Trick Attack! Did you hear that? Trick Attack! Oh, I think I just came a little bit. So here we have the character select screen. Featuring socially awkward man with beanie that's way too big, huge black guy that has mildly stereotypical stats, lame-o mech American, extremely kawaii girl, and everybody's favorite Canadian,
Ricky Winterboard.
You know what? Let's pick him.
Sure I did.
Holy shit, did you see that? That had skill and dare all over it. Look how high that was, doing the worm Eddie. Ha! Winterboard laughs at you. I'm quite worried about him, actually. Ricky, come down from there and sit down on the couch. Okay, not that couch.
Do you think that you should be doing that without proper safety equipment, You could be seriously hurt, young man.
Ugh, fine, Mom. So anyway, we picked the board, the track, and alright, here we go. Let's do some tricks. What the hell? Why can't I land anything? Is Ricky part of the Jamaican snowboard team? That doesn't even work. And also that movie was really inspiring. I'm an asshole. Landing in this game isn't like SSX. You don't just let go of all the buttons and then boom, you land. You actually have to level out the board, and then before you touch the ground, you press Z to brace your knees for impact. This is a great addition to the game, as it really adds more skill and risk to each jump you make. It really adds an element of uncertainty whenever you're in the air or even carving, just like in real snowboarding. Especially when you're having a good run and then your board clips the damn snow and you fall hard and everyone laughs at you and they go, "Hey Terry, you're good at nothing, I'll show you." This element's cool. But there are times where you fall because of the tiny little drops that you would think you wouldn't even need to press Z for. Or hell, you didn't even see your character go in the air. But this is a minor point comparatively to the major design flaw of this game, because even though a lot of effort went into the tricks department, this is a racing game. Yeah. A racing game. Yep, you heard me. Unless you're deaf. Much like Snowboard Kids, this is actually a one-on-one racing game. But instead of the items that balance out the game, like the snowman or the goddamn parachute, we get pure skill. Think of this as a comparison between Mario Kart and Gran Turismo. But before you write this off as some boring racing game, let's go actually fuck up some bitches in race mode. In race mode, you have 3 difficulties: normal, hard, and expert, which are usually locked, but I'm fucking boss at this game, so I already unlocked them when I was 7. What, did you think that I was gonna wipe memory just for you? You're not that important to me, you know. So in each match, you race down the course and try to get first. Not much to say here really, but here's the first problem you'll face. You have to reduce airtime as much as possible and just speed across. No tricks are needed, and hell, doing any trick will risk and hinder your progress. There are all these great jump set pieces that are just begging to be jumped and ridden on, but you have to speed past them because you need to win, and on expert mode you really can't make many mistakes because they really give you a run for your money. Even when you want to have fun and do some tricks, it can cost you the race. What? I mean, look at SSX. Even though the races aren't as fun as the show-off events, they were still fun because you needed to do the tricks. Why? Because as you do more tricks, you fill up your tricky bar and that becomes boost for you to go faster. Yes, it's unrealistic. How does that even work? But you get points and it just feels satisfying. But is it satisfying here? Whoa. Plus sometimes doing jumps makes you even slower because it just glitches out and you have to come to a complete stop when you land. On top of that, you also have to watch out for your health meter. Oh, you heard me right. A health meter. Whenever you fall, you fill up this damage meter, and when you fill it up, you die. This wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't so easy to goddamn fall. Or maybe I just suck. Also, whenever you go into powdered snow, the game drops its frame rate, which does get annoying. By the way, I'm not saying here that the races aren't fun. They're really stressful and really test your carving and jumping skill. But as the main part of the game, it's lackluster. We also have other game types like Time Attack, which is basically time trial. Okay guys, how do we make time trial sound more interesting and extreme? And attack! Genius! We also have contest mode, which is the Olympics. You know what? This mode's surprisingly fun. Weaving in and out while trying to do tricks to get a high score, doing 5 courses in all. Pity you can't really choose the courses yourself. Let's go back to Trick Attack.
Trick Attack!
The biggest problem with Trick Attack is that although it's fun busting out points, you have to pass through time gates. Much like SSX, this isn't really a bad thing. But the problem here is that you have to pass through these tiny little gates, not a big timeline, so you have to aim for it. It just adds more annoyance to what could have been a great game mode. And you're also pushed for time. It's not like SSX where you have like a minute to spare. It's very short and you will time out if you try to make your own path.
Time out.
But you know what? You're not here to really see me review this game, are you? You're not here to see me analyze and review this nostalgia-driven snowboarding festive thing. You're here to see me do the namesake. You're here to see me do a 1080. 1080 snowboarding obviously means that doing a 1080, or a triple revolution as you simpletons may call it,
Superior wanker!
is the hardest move in the game. And to be quite honest, I've never landed it, or hell, even achieved the rotations in the game when I was a kid, but I'm gonna do it today. To do a 1080 in SSX, remember how easy that was? Just hold down left or right on the D-pad and then wind up and I'm sure doing a 1080 will be as easy. Dear God, come on, you can do this. Come on, come on, come on. You can do this, come on. You know what the problem is that you have to rotate the analog stick, and that really wears on your thumb. It feels like it's gonna rip my skin open. But that won't stop me. Damn it. What? Come on. Fuck, damn it, damn it. Oh, come on. Oh my God.
6.5 hours later.
I just can't seem to do this. Why? Oh my God, yes, I did it. Oh my God, yes, I can't believe. Did I? You want me to suffer? I'll suffer. Cheers to you, my good friend. Cheers to you. Okay. After that soul-crushing defeat, let's try this again. I mean, what's the point? What is the point? My life is pointless. Can't even 1080 in this game. Hell, I can't even do a 900. What chance do I have? I'll never even achieve my goals. I'll never get great marks. I'll never get a high-paid job. I'll never get a AAA in DDR or Max 300 on expert hidden mode. I'll never be able to do a 720 no-scope while blazing at 420. I mean, I can't even believe it.
They said the 1080!
This game gets a 1080 out of 10. It's won awards in the past, and you know what? You can easily see why. This was a fun little challenging romp. And if you have an N64 and want to experience a snowboarding game that isn't extreme and just a bit more chilled out, this game is just for you. You won't regret it. When you land your first 1080, you'll never forget it. Man. Feels good. Oh, and Happy Halloween. Don't you just hate angry tenants?
TerryByte.
Hey kids, you ever wanted to be a landlord of an apartment complex? No? Was that? You'd rather be a pirate? Well, too bad, because we're playing this One Piece Mansion, which has no relevance to the pirate-themed anime One Piece. Nope, none, nada. And why would it? It's about being a landlord. From this to this. Yay! And I know what you're thinking about this. It's about being a landlord, so it must be boring. Oh my
No, God!
And do you know why you're wrong? It's because it's made by a little company that you may not have heard of. Capcom. So let's pop this in and give it a play. I don't know how that works. So first of all, what's the plot? What's the main drive of the story? I'll tell you. The plot is, fuck you and play the game. Honestly, it's got something to do with a little sister and a rival landlord. Yeah, a rival landlord. Ooh, how sinister. Watch out or I might get in trouble with the rival milkman. There's probably a game about that actually. To really exemplify the simpleness of this plot, here's the wiki page. Yep. 2.5 lines long. Basic stuff really, just save your sister. One Piece Mansion is a strategy puzzle game where you have to place tenants in an apartment complex. Wait, apartment complex? Isn't this supposed to be a mansion? Well, it's not a very lovely mansion, but alright. And complete the objectives specified, whether it's a certain amount of money or a size requirement. So, how do you get money? Rent! You place tenants in empty rooms, with a new one coming each week. The more tenants you have, the more income you get at the end of each month. Wow, what a way to escape reality. Each tenant has a stress meter, which they blame entirely on you. It's your fault, not theirs. Forget about their own pathetic lives living in an empty cube, it's your fault. And stress is the main element of this game. It's quite fitting, really. Each tenant has an effect on stress to his or her neighbors, whether it's positive or negative, represented by these colored arrows. And what happens when their stress bar fills up? They file a complaint? Nah. They move out? No. They explode! I mean, they literally commit suicide in an amazing array of pyrotechnics that somehow doesn't affect any of the other rooms in the apartment. Literally. As opposed to metaphorically. Then again, if I was next to a wrestler / child molester who punches walls and above a crazy ass ninja and below Oscar the Grouch after going through the 60s, I'd be hella stressed too. There are nice tenants though too. You have a kissing couple that sends their love upwards, and A-chan, or I-chan, who sings and just makes everybody happy. Yeah, a loud singing tenant makes people happy. What sort of world is this? Also, there are splashes of humor in the tenant descriptions. This modern couple love each other almost as much as they hate people? Whoa, that got a bit too real. Like I love my significant other, but like we both hate people, don't we? Don't we, Cedric? Say hi. God, you're beautiful. A strong and smart female who is too proud to get along with other girls? Oh god. I feel Tumblr's rage from beneath me. I feel them scurrying, their anger over anything sexist quelling. Oh no, wait, that's just a ninja below me. So you can switch people around to keep everybody happy, and you have to treat everyone equally, except for the bad tenants. Oh, sorry, did I say bad tenants? I didn't mean to, you see. What I actually mean is...
Syndicate 5.
So we get these horrible Syndicate 5, I can't believe that's actually their name, that do annoying shit to your other tenants to make your life a hassle. And yes, they are actually called the Syndicate 5. Like some sort of terrorist group. A terrorist group that does petty theft, con artists, and arson. Arson? Holy shit, arson? This ferret thing literally places buildings on fire! Shit serious. How do you avoid this? You switch to manager mode and then you take the elevators and you whistle at them. Just whistling at them. That's right, kids. You can stop burglary and arson with just a whistle. Yeah. Oh man, imagine how much crime could be prevented if we just knew about the whistle technique. What's the case here?
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble.
Did they whistle?
No. Oh my god.
Basically, you have to keep everybody happy, except for the Syndicate 5, where you have to use people who produce stress to drive them out. It's a great balancing act. The music in this game is lovely. It's bouncing and charming and heart-pumping enough to make you on edge. You know how in Mario Kart on the final lap the music speeds up and you get kind of stressed? Well, when you run out of money... Of course, where's a game without its flaws? And here the major problem is that in the harder levels, apartments seem to blow up for no reason, and many of them at the same time, causing you to lose progress and money. It just sends you into a fit of rage mode because you don't know why it even happened. God damn it! However, for the most part, it doesn't actually feel cheap. It's usually your fault for not paying attention to everything, and it's just the right balance. As you progress, more tenants with more random stressors come around, more Syndicate 5 come along to set fire to your place, and the more manic and aggressive everything becomes. Things just explode and get placed, and people get out, and people move in, and then people get so stressed quickly, and oh god, let it stop, let it stop, let it stop. One Piece Mansion really makes me sympathize with my landlord, you know? Having to deal with crazy mechanical balls and 5 crazy DJs look exactly the same and giant green elephants while also having to deal with burglary, arson, and whistling. Shit must be stressed. Yes, this game is short. You can finish it in an afternoon, probably. But that's part of the charm. It has a lot of replayability. And if you love puzzle games, and especially one with a unique twist, you're gonna love this game. Trust me. It's on eBay. It's really cheap, actually. So buy it now before some popular asshole then makes it really expensive on eBay, you know what I mean? And you won't regret spending a few bucks on this gem. And it teaches you a very important lesson in life. Don't get too angry, because life is just too short. Oh my god, why do I keep you here for, okay, yeah, oh no. You know, I really love chicken. It's one of my favorite meats in the entire world. It's just so goddamn tasty and apart from Chicken Invaders over here, there really aren't many games out there that really satisfy my craving for chicken. Who the f threw that? I was in the middle of a take. I live by myself. Who did that?
TerryByte.
Well, it looks like there's a couple of games on the Wii specifically about shooting chickens. Weird. But hey, if they're as good as Chicken Invaders, I think we're in for a good time. And looking at this box art here, we can see that the chicken at the front also has exact clones here and here, with propellers coming out of them. Quality. Things have gone completely haywire for our humble poultry farming friend. Crazy chickens have infiltrated his once anonymous and boring life, and now all of his chickens are going mad. I love the PAL versions of games where you get different languages on the back. Des poulets font enfin irruption dans sa vie.
This isn't funny!
And of course, ¿qué? But enough of me doing terrible, unfunny impersonations. I mean, I'm not Carlos Mencia after all. So let's play Chicken Blaster first. There's still nobody in my house. Oh, awesome. It's licensed by Nintendo. This looks promising in, excuse me. I just popped a Wii game into the Nintendo Wii, didn't I? I didn't just open some Flash game, did I? No, it's still a Wii game. Is this supposed to be who we're playing as? Is that actually supposed to be our humble poultry farming friend? He looks like a villain of a damn Disney movie, not our protagonist. Alright, you know what? That was a bit nitpicky. I mean, maybe the plot will show us what happened. Alright, so let's pick career mode. Because apparently you can make a career by just blasting chickens. Huh. Oh, so we're just going straight into it? Yep, cool. Look at this mess! They are just everywhere. There doesn't seem to be anything to react to. You're just blindly shooting things. I mean, look at Time Crisis or House of the Dead. You have clear enemies to shoot. You have time to shoot them. They take multiple shots, and you are on edge. I mean, honestly, just randomly shooting things without any skill isn't fun. It's just a chaotic mess, and it feels like grinding. Every good arcade shooter knows this, and oh wait! So anyway, how did the chickens fight back? Eggs. Cool, okay, pretty standard. Ah! Oh my god, where did that come from? Oh man, I got hit. Or maybe it's just a one. How are you supposed to dodge that? They literally pop on screen like some sort of cameo appearance from another game reviewer. You see, I was supposed to have like another game reviewer pop up here, but I forgot that I don't have friends. So yeah, apparently all these chickens have gone haywire. Really? Also, chickens don't fly. Just putting that out there. If they did, then Chicken Run wouldn't make any sense. So fuck you for going against Chicken Run. So anyway, being an on-rail shooter, I'm guessing that you have to shoot all the chickens to advance? Yeah. But in the most boring way possible. See that counter down at the bottom? You have to shoot that amount of chickens. I mean, that's standard enough. But when you finish shooting all dem chooks, you have to press up on the D-pad. Why is this annoying? Well, first of all, why isn't this automatic? There's no point in doing that. I mean, the game should really know when it's time for me to move on. I mean, in the midst of all this chaos and fun, you have to remember that. You have to see that. And third, if I have to push up to advance, it doesn't feel like I've achieved anything. You press up to move to the next screen, and the chickens just fade. So why did I have to stay there to shoot them in the first place? The visuals. Do I seriously need to say anything? I mean, the 3D SpongeBob golf game on Nick.com using a JavaScript will look better than this. Also, the chickens fade in too. I mean, I'm all over the place with this review. Let's just try to focus down and complete this mess. So now we're in a barn, which is pretty much more the same. You shoot doors to open them. Go figure. Oh look, a boss level. A floating chicken scarecrow. Now we're in a level from Gunman Clive. Alright, this here is the main problem with this kill X amount of chickens counter here. I need to kill 25 chickens to pass this board, and there's 5 chickens up there doing nothing, and you can kill them all in just one shot. How does that even work? Also, they respawn, so it's just a massive waiting game. Also, they look like puppets. Oh my god, you have to kill 50 of them? 50? That's so long!
12 seconds later.
Snow level, big whoop. What the fuck is that? Is that supposed to be a headless ice chicken? Why is he blue here but white up on top? Oh, he's dead. Forest level. Look, as you can probably see, I'm getting super bored of this game. I mean, you just spend your time just sitting there. Next level is a haunted house. Again, shoot more chickens and advance. Ah! What is that? chicken ghost thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, in fact, it's the only one. Forget Evil Within, this is where the scares are at. Five Nights at Freddy's got nothing on this shit. By the way, the boss for the haunted house is this thing. I've got nothing to say. Next, we're in a castle, where apparently the chickens still wear their winter costumes from the snow level beforehand, even though there's not a single snowflake here. Okay. By the way, prepare your ears. No, seriously, prepare for some loud noises. Because when you use grenades or missiles and kill all the chickens at the exact same time, all the volumes stack onto each other and actually give you ear rape. Oh my god, the last level, finally. And we get to shoot down UFOs? Awesome! I've never seen a game go from a 0 to a 0.2 so fast. Alright, beat the final boss. And now time for the ending screen. You finished the fantastic story. Oh, fuck you, game. There wasn't any story. Are you kidding me? There was absolutely none. It was a career, remember? Dadoy. Okay, look, I'm being a bit harsh here. Yes, the game is complete garbage and no effort was put into it. But to a 5-year-old kid, it might be sort of fun, just mindlessly shooting things. Don't buy this for more than $5 for your little sibling, and hey, you got Christmas sorted, so there you go, do that. But we still got one more game to go, Chicken Shoots. It's made by the same company, Funbox, in the same year, so I'm really not looking forward to it. But when looking this up, it also comes packaged with 2 gun models for your Wiimotes. Wow, this could actually be a fully fledged game rather than a hastily put together mess. I mean, it really couldn't be worse than what we just played, right? Am I right? Am I right, Cedric? Yep, no, I'm not doing that. No. Okay.
Looking for something?
Oh yeah, I seem to have misplaced something quite valuable to me today.
What is it?
It's my faith in humanity.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I'll give you a call if I come across it. Yeah, I'm just
Thanks. Who the hell are you?
Well, who the hell are you?
Am I supposed to be playing this asshole here? This guy? This guy. He literally just got up from a nap and then started shooting chickens. He's a fucking psychopath. And not one that I actually want to play as.
What's up, homie, huh?
Oh no! How did this pass any sort of testing? No, I stand corrected. How did this pass the actual creator of the game? Did he just look at this and go, oh no, this is perfect. This right here, perfect animation, perfect controls. Yeah, nah. Bethesda, here I come. The chickens aren't even doing anything that deserve for them to get shot. They're just flying around. Ooh, they're sticking their tongue out. I mean, at least in Chicken Blasters, they're flying in formations and have dynamite and look like they're causing havoc. And in Chicken Invaders, they build a giant egg cannon that will destroy Earth, and the only way you can defeat them is by following Ken Solo. Oh my god, that's the best thing I ever saw in my life. 12 out of 4, best game. And here they're just flying, which still is impossible, and washing their clothes, reading a newspaper, sunbathing. I'm sorry, is this supposed to make me feel like a crazed gunman shooting innocent lives? I mean, I'm not American. I'm actually shooting innocent chickens with pleading faces not to get shot. And this fucker down here is actually laughing about it. I seriously couldn't play this for more than 10 minutes. I got to the 3rd level where I saw this innocent alien and a UFO, and I just gave up. It honestly can't get any worse and weirder than... I'll never eat another chicken again in my life. I didn't know the hardships chickens went through. Well, I mean, I guess I can always eat my second favorite meat in the world. I mean, I love pork. Pork and apple is my favorite thing in the world. And I don't think anything in the world will ever make me lose my love for pork. Oh hey, look! Charlotte's Web. I might read this again, actually. Shit.
TerryByte.
Mario Kart. Now who doesn't love Mario Kart? If you don't, I'll kill you. From its humble beginnings with its cheesy advertisements to now this incredibly complex and integrated kart racer with underwater sections and gliding and anti-gravity even. And Mario Kart DS was one of the first games I've played that really brought together me and my friends. Playing it is oh so wondrous and, I don't know, magical. It's bright and light and brings friends closer together. Many friendships have strengthened over slumber parties playing Mario Kart and just laughing and having a good time. Red and blue shells don't matter because at the end of the day you have fun. And that's the essence of Mario Kart, just having fun. A catalyst to a happy friendship. So I thought that I would do my top 10 Mario Kart tracks, but with a twist. We're going to be doing music tracks. The music of Mario Kart is fantastic. I think we can all agree. From the iconic tracks of the old, remixes, and completely original music, all of them complement their respective tracks and create a living, breathing, compact world for us to slip on banana peels and oh come on! So without further ado, let's go! We are starting with Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8!
I'm sorry, I just can't get over how silly that sounds.
Mario Kart 8!
Mario Kart is a series that gets better and better with each passing installment. So, by that deduction, we can conclude that Mario Kart 8 is by far the best out of the series. Well, on the racing side, that almost sort of sucks. And Mario Kart 8 has a lot to prove. Anti-gravity racing for one, but also being on the Wii U, the sweet 1080p graphics, yo! And this track lets everyone know what Mario Kart 8 is all about. It helps emphasize and show off all the assets this game has to offer, like a douchebag boyfriend showing off his girlfriend to his mates, in a positive light. It's not as memorable as Mario Raceways or as context sensitive as Bowser's or Luigi's Castle, but it's not trying to be truly unique. It's showing off how far Mario Kart has come. It's punchy and it's confident, and it knows it's good. It knows it's gorgeous looking. It knows its anti-gravity gimmick is actually freaking awesome. And much like Louis C.K., when one knows they are great, we believe they are, in fact, perfect. That intro. It's pure foot-tapping bliss. Back when I could tolerate tilt controls in Mario Kart Wii, I was young. I didn't know any better. Toad's Factory is one of the tracks that I loved. The course itself was varied, a lot of good set pieces, and damn did I love this music. Much like Mario Kart Stadium, its orchestral parts were grand, but this track has a bit of cheekiness to it. Much like Toad himself, or at least in my opinion. Does Toad even have a personality? with a pulsating beat and funky as hell downtime sections, it's hard not to click your fingers while playing this track. And you could actually do that on Mario Kart Wii. Remember? Tilt controls. It's amazing what you can do with MIDI files, no? You can do this. And then you can achieve this. This is such a happy song, and for a track in the skies, it suits the mood perfectly. Yes, you can fall to your death, but hey, the music doesn't know that. Ignorance is bliss. Oh wait, that doesn't work. With its innocent charm, this music is something you can listen to just pump yourself up and be happy. And when it decides to heighten, it still doesn't feel too stressful. And for a game full of stress, it's nice to have a music score that reminds us to relax and have fun with the game.
I'm gonna rape you.
What a lovely track. It's so relaxing to race on with its beautiful sunset giving the whole stage an orange glow. Mixed with the golden statues and water, it's so damn beautiful to look at. You can't fall off and there's no hazards. It's pure bliss. Oh god damn it! And the music that accompanies has a alfresco holiday vibe. A very gentle and peaceful exterior of a light piano. But underneath, a complex driving beat. Get it? It's because it's about driving. Oh, I'll be leaving now. This score gives off an aura that the day is ending, yet the night is just about to come, and there is so much more to be planned. Like getting a bullshit rebound from a green shell. The contrast between the melody and the beat is quite representative of Daisy herself. Gentle, yet driven. Seemingly soft-spoken and graceful, but full of energy and life.
Hi, I'm Daisy!
And to have a track named after her serves it justice. What? It's about music tracks, not actual race tracks. Yeah. It's funny, but there's something about the MK64 results screen that's just more comforting. You just went through enormous stress trying to win a damn race. This track isn't necessarily uplifting, it chills you out and mentally prepares you for the next race. It's saying to you, what, you think you're good? You think you're top shit? You're nothing. This is more of a humbling win. Other results screens, when you come first that is, are usually more excitable, whether it's a little bit more chipper or just plain silly. When Mario Kart 7 reintroduced that chilled out results screen, it was a welcome comeback. And hey, for a track that just plays during a results screen, I think that deserves some credit. I don't think I'll ever get tired of that intro. How could I not put this on the list? It's classic. It's the one and only. It's made its way into every subsequent Mario Kart game, in one way or another, and for a very good reason. It sounds freaking awesome! I wouldn't be surprised if they composed this music specifically so that it would sound even better with the sound of engines revving over it. It screams the essence of Mario Kart. The tense nature, the speed, and of course, its timeless fun. While Mario Kart 8 tried to update and modernize it, the compressed synthy vibe of the original is where it's at. Maybe we're just conservative and against change, but when it comes to this track, it should never change, nor leave the franchise. It's just too good. This music perfectly represents, in my opinion, the characters that the tracks are named after. Waluigi and Wario, the Wario brothers. Are they brothers? If you listen to it at first, it may just sound like a bit of a more up-tempo and slightly more energetic version of the Raceway music from beforehand. But there's more to it than that. At least I think so. I think. The Raceway music has more of a straight edge and basic rhythm and notes, much like the Mario brothers themselves. They are the norm, but fuck the norm! When the cousins are involved, and let's face it, they're weird, this music perfectly suits that. The music is reminiscent of the Raceway, but each note that is played is just slightly weirder, and it's more jarring, it's more attacking and unique than its vanilla counterpart. Mix that in with the pinball sound effects from the actual stage, and a pumping drum beat, and you've got yourself one hell of a memorable track. Mario Kart is chaotic. It's mayhem. It's unexpected. It is borderline random.
It is live.
But seriously, anyone who plays Mario Kart, which should be everybody, knows and sometimes even criticizes the game for its randomness and almost cheapness. So much so that some prefer Sonic All-Star Racing, claiming it's more balanced.
MEH. Meh.
I mean, it's a good game and all, but those fucking bees, they are cheaper than the blue shell in all honesty.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah!
But back on track. This track represents the chaotic vibe that Mario Kart has been famous, or infamous, for. It's got a country vibe to it, which makes sense, and a repetitive, almost circular melody emphasizes that internal fear inside all of us. When am I gonna screw up? The music particularly goes well with Yoshi's Valley, seeing how that damn track is a maze. Will we reach the end? Will we find that giant spinning egg at the end? Will we get first place? Or will we fail and have to kill somebody? Was that? Rainbow Road isn't number one? Rainbow Road is the pinnacle of all Mario Kart games. It's the prettiest, the most complex, and the most challenging of all the courses. And also you fall, and fall, and fall, and fall, and fall. Basically it's hard. But which Rainbow Road music track? Each one is different and special in its own way. Once you unlock it and hear it for the first time, it blows you away. From electric guitars to grand orchestras to heavy synths. Which one? So I'm gonna puss out here and do a top 5 of this number 2. Just because. Number 2.8. Number 2.6. number 2.4. Number 2.2. And number 2, which is number 1, I guess. It's the classic and the most memorable. While the other tracks have a magical-esque vibe to it, this is the only one that has a mysterious space vibe about it. Perhaps it was the limitation of the SNES back in the days, but whatever the limitation it has given birth to the most classic and surprisingly chilling and grandest track in the Mario Kart music repertoire. Now, before you click away, hear me out. I know what you're thinking. Coconut Mall, the shopping center track that's just sorta average in the grand scope of the racetracks. That's your number 1? Well, remember, this is music tracks. I actually don't have much fondness for this racetrack in itself. I mean, it's not really bad or anything, it's just meh. And the car park is just but I love choosing this track. Why? Just for the music alone. For me, I only choose this track so I can listen and race to the music. While all the other tracks were great in design, accompanied with fantastic music, this is the only score that supersedes the racetrack itself and is the sole reason I choose to play on it. Why? Remember with the Yoshi Valley music, how that represented the chaotic nature of Mario Kart? Well, Coconut Mall represents something even deeper. It digs into the psychology of the player. Do you feel that dread? Something bad is gonna happen. You know it. The music knows it. And it can't wait for you to screw up. Oh, it's happy on the exterior, it's bouncy, but the offbeat melody, the seemingly drunken piano, and the breakdown, it knows something is gonna happen. And yet, it's also just so damn groovy. I keep finding myself nodding my head and tapping my feet, just looking like a complete idiot every single time I play this track. So for a track that represents the essence of Mario Kart and is the sole reason I want to play on an average racetrack, you can see why it takes the number 1 slot. Also on the final lap, it's ridiculous. That was my top 10 Mario Kart music tracks. But hey, I'm not the only one with an opinion, you know, so I want to hear your opinion too. Share it down below and I'd love to hear from you. Or you can call me an idiot. That works too. Christmas time. We should really play a Christmas game, shouldn't we? I don't have any Christmas games. Hey Cedric, any idea what we can play? Oh yeah, you're dead. Forget that. You got killed by a grey alien. Yep. You're dead. Okay. Ooh. How about we play S6? I mean, that has snow in it, so... Nah. Time Crisis? Might have something Christmassy in it. Man, what game should I play? What Christmas-related game should I... Playing Avatar, The Legend of Aang. Cost $8. Like, because Aang has to master all 4 elements. And one of the elements is water. And water can be snow. Yeah? And snow means Christmas, isn't that right? Yeah? Christmas time is here. Now, for those of you who don't know or watch Avatar The Last Airbender, well, why the hell not? Pause the video, go torrent it right now. Oh, yeah. That got oh, ouch. Avatar The Last Airbender is a great anime series created by Nickelodeon with genius character development, plot, and morals. The fan base loves it to death, and it's by far one of the most memorable animes I've seen to date. Except for b.a.a. Kai. That shit was weird and sexual. So in conclusion, Avatar is amazing. And then they made a movie about it, and nobody speaks of that. So they made a game based on the series, and hey, I'm not expecting anything great, but, you know, half decent or average is all I ask for. I just love to play as Aang or Katara or Sokka. You know, let's give this a fair go. I'm totally not stealing this idea from John Tron.
There was a time when the Fire
Who's
Nation,
that?
the Water Tribe,
Whose voice
the
is
Earth
that?
Kingdom, and the
Is that supposed to be Aang? Oh no, it's supposed to be Zuko? But that's not Zuko. What's going on? I mean, I'm playing Avatar, right? I mean, I don't understand what's going on. Like, I'm playing Avatar, like, It's based on M. Night Shyamalan's movie adaptation. Hey, do you have like a piece of rope I can use? Like a piece of rope. Preferably if it's already in a noose, thanks. So, Zuko is this guy, and we're playing as him, apparently. What? What's that? You thought The Last Airbender would be about Aang, The Last Airbender? Huh? What are you, fucking stupid? You're stupid. Of course it's gonna be about Zuko. I mean, I get what they're going for here, a different perspective, but surely this should be an extra feature to play as the enemy. And yes, I know that he's a good guy by the end, but this is still based on the first season. He's still a bad guy throughout the entire thing. Whatever. I just hope he's engaging.
Sent to kill the royal outcast for his latest crime.
Wow. You know, if I had a son that spoke that blandly, I'd exile him too. Oh my god, is this the PS1 days? I mean, this is the Wii. Sure, it wasn't groundbreaking in graphics, but it was still able to look better than that. It's so choppy and blocky and all the textures are pixelized. Everything looks so dated. Zuko runs like he's got a poop. He's got a monobrow. Apparently Zuko's ship is being attacked? I'm not too sure because the cutscene beforehand was incredibly rushed and yet told nothing. Just like the movie. Oh, so pirates are attacking. Yeah, let's do this. Let's fight a tutorial? Okay. You know, I've seen some very patronizing tutorials before, but they were at least integrated in the game. This is pathetic. Anyway, you have a projectile and one attack button. Yeah, only one attack button. No light and heavy, just one. And a charge-up attack to kill everything Gandalf style. This is essentially an Arkham style beat 'em up. You know, chain combos, avoid getting hit, and work your way up to the heavy combo finishes. Oh, but there's a problem. One big problemo. The combo finishes. Usually when you're landing a big hit, you get a little slow-mo and you feel the impact, and damn, it feels great. Here, obligatory motion controls. And the worst thing about these combo finishes is that the game decides to chuck a Shyamalan and annoyingly rotate the camera while in slow-mo. Hey guys, when you chuck in slow-mo in a game, it doesn't make it feel fun, it just makes it slow. What a twist! It's like the game is trying to be epic and cinematic, but it fails every single time. Hey, at least it follows the movie. I mean, 9 out of 10 times, the combo finisher doesn't even connect. How is this supposed to feel satisfying? Did I mention you can't block? There is no parry system. Zilch. Nada. So if you're surrounded by enemies and they attack you, you will get hit. And even if you attack them during, they don't cancel out. Moving around doesn't exactly feel any better. It feels incredibly floaty and stiff. And jumping is, oh god, oh my god. When you jump, you can't influence the height at all. A tap and a full hold does the exact same thing. It's incredibly clunky. Oh well, at least you can fucking kick! This really does follow the Shyamalan movie, quite faithfully in fact, following almost exactly everything the movie did wrong. Much like the movie, the cutscenes only show exposition. Just purely exposition. No characters saying anything, and no one expressing any sort of feelings. That's if they could express emotions. They don't even show clips from the movie, but hey, that's a positive in my view. And it's all told in the point of view of Zuko. I love how it says, become Zuko and become the Blue Spirits, despite the fact they're the same person. And this stage is terrible. It tries to go Metal Gear on our ass, but it's so token. The enemies are incredibly easy to defeat, so basically there's no real use of using stealth apart from killing enemies slightly quicker and seeing Zuko go from about to poop his pants to having poop in his pants. But there are sections where you play as Aang too, which is incredibly jarring because Zuko still narrates the cutscenes beforehand. But because you play as Zuko, you know what happens? Aang is always referred to as
the Avatar.
Avatar.
The Avatar.
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 Indian Zuko, do you actually mean the word avatar?
The Avatar.
Not Leviosa.
Oh, and Katara and Sokka? They're referred to as
best friends.
Hell, I haven't even heard Zuko refer to them by their name. Not once did I hear their names. You know, I'm no expert in level design, but here's a tip. If you decide to rip off Ratchet & Clank's crank system, make sure you use it in a way that complements the flow of the stage. Like right here, you defeat all the enemies and a door opens up with a crank. You rotate it and it opens a door right there. Seriously? I mean, what's the point? You have enough slow-mo as it is. Why do you have to make me slow down even more with pointless cranks? There's one where you gotta do a bunch of platforming as well. Oh, and the platforming? It's average at best. The ideas can be cool, but with the wonky jump arc and the floatiness of it all, it just makes it feel like a chore. Oh, and when you're Aang, you can float around using air currents and hey man, update on the noose at all? I'm just wondering, I don't mean to rush you. Have you noticed something missing from the game? Right from the start? It's been absent for the whole game. I'll give you a second to figure it out. No? It's really easy to identify. Come on. Color! Where the hell is the color? Look at this! The anime could put color in these bleak environments, but here, look at it! Look! It's all grey! Here, it's all blue. Here, it's all white. Not even the good white. Look how boring the air temple is. That's supposed to be the air temple. Yeah. The air temple is something I imagine that is closely tied to nature, with bugs and bison and flowers and shit. Oh, and dead people. Yeah. But what the hell is this? It just recycles the same grey stages over and over and over, and you just defeat the enemies. Oh, and you have to kill them. You can't just run away. You can't. You have to clear the room. And that means going through the repetitive combat. Oh, and the boss battles? That about explains it. Spiders? No. Seriously, spiders? Underneath the Northern Water Tribe. How do spiders even exist in the Arctic? Were there spiders even in the lore of the Avatar? Seriously? Why the hell spiders? I mean, these spiders remind me of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh no!
This is where the combat is especially boring because they swarm around you and you can't attack all of them at once. And because you can't block, your ass gets caned unless you run around like a bitch and then do the Gandalf attack to give yourself some space. Man, the Northern Water Tribe has a serious spider problem, gee. I mean, come on, get some more teen or something, shit's getting out of hand. Yes, finally finished the level. No more spiders. So what we got so far is an Arkham style beat 'em up without any heavy attacks and really shitty slow-mo and Ratchet and Clank cranks and platforming with really shitty controls. God, I just hope they don't add in some other half-assed rip-off. What's going on? What's going? Oh my, what? Oh my God, what's going? Are you what? 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 Time crisis? Time crisis? I am so speechless. This is both so amazing and so asininely stupid. Oh yeah, it's still half-assed. The enemies don't stand out from the background like in Time Crisis, so you're basically just spamming away because you have unlimited ammo without reload. It just keeps going and going and going. I am just so done. What the hell is even going on? Like when peep. Seriously man, where's the news? I'm being as patient as I can here. I'm sure you're wondering, what are those glowy things? Stat boosts? Upgrades? Money? No, that would make the game interesting. It's just artwork. Like this. Brilliant. Man, this game just confuses me more and more and more. And for a game that just purely tells exposition, that's an achievement. Alright, final few levels. And we're playing as Aang during the invasion of the Northern Water Tribe, and oh my God. Oh my God. That was the saddest thing I've ever witnessed. That was the most unepic avatar state I've ever seen. Oh well, at least the level's over now. What? It's not? It's not? What? But that was the avatar state. You can't get better than the avatar state. That was the finisher. That was the end. That has to be the end. That has to be the end. Merry Christmas to me. Merry Christmas to me. Merry Christmas today. Merry Christmas to me. This level just isn't ending. It just isn't ending. Why isn't it ending? We're doing this again? Seriously? We're doing it twice in one level? And they're both equally as unepic? And the last stage is a boss battle with Admiral Zhao while playing as Zuko. And boy, am I glad they decided to sprinkle collectibles throughout this final battle. Really helps the mood. And what seems to be an eternity of really boring fighting, I beat him. And what do we get? We get this cutscene and the end. Just end. And you know what? Throughout the entire game, I haven't heard one person in the entire story even utter the names Aang, Katara, and Sokka. Oh, you know, those three main characters in the story? Not even once! We're just rewarded with this face for our efforts. The end! Merry fucking Christmas! Christmas! Look! Snow! Christmas! Hip hip hurrah! Happy Hanukkah! Kwanzaa! Scientology! Star Wars! What a crappy Christmas this turned out to be. Hey Cedric, any way to cheer me up? Oh, thanks man! You really didn't have to. I mean, you're dead. You didn't have to buy me anything. Man, I wonder what it is. Are you trying to tell me I'm fat? What, you think you're hard, man? Never ever again.
TerryByte.
So the new year, 2015, it's arrived, and you know what that means? New Year resolutions. We all overindulge a little bit during Christmas, so what better way to tone and muscle up than to dust off Wii Fit? Ah yes, Wii Fit. This ambitious, yet obviously going to fail concept. Let's face it, gaming and exercise doesn't exactly go together. The stereotype that gamers are fat guys slurping down Coke and gobbling Doritos are ever present, the only exception being the crazy skinny Asian guy tapping on dem arrows like their PhD depended on it. So then, Nintendo was like,
hey guys, you know what young hyperactive people who like to shoot things want?
Yoga.
And then Wii Fit was sold, and boy did many people buy it. Many people. And then people forgot about it, storing it under their stairs like a Harry Potter, and forgot about it for many years to come. But you know what, I played Wii Fit when I was a younger teenager, and I just wanted to shoot things, so I didn't really like it. But now as an older teenager, I have more tolerance to exercise and health and well-being, so, you know, let's pick up the balance board here. And get to exercising. Ah, I guess this room is a little bit too small. Guess we gotta go elsewhere. Let's get fit. Man, it must have been a couple of months since I played this. What, 5-6 months? I mean, oh gosh, oh wow. Wow. You know, this is funny, but it could be funnier. Hold on, let me just change the calendar and there we go. Comedy gold. So before we start with the actual training minigames, we start with this body test. Basically, it's a couple of games that test your balance with a big emphasis on center of gravity and posture. It's a pretty good way to check up on your sense of balance, and considering the technology of the balance board, it's pretty impressive. Considering that the Wiimote technology is definitely not impressive. So anyway, there are 4 types of activities to choose from. 2 are really just teaching tools, and the other 2 are little minigame collections. So let's do the teaching tools first. Yoga and muscle workouts hosted by our Smash characters, the Wii Fit trainers. Hell yeah! I'm gonna pick the female, obviously, because she's pretty. Well, you know, pretty for someone who's more pale than a Scot and doesn't move her mouth while talking.
Follow my lead as we work on this pose. Try to maintain your left and right balance. Make sure your left and right heels are aligned.
Yeah, it's about as boring as you can get. To be honest, I can see the appeal. I mean, if you're new to exercise, or you just want a relaxing stretch with an instructor, this is as close as you can get to a real-life person. The music is soothing, it teaches you when to breathe, as well as marks what you're doing right and wrong with the Wii Fit board calculating the weight you're putting onto it. The instructions are very clear, and it does a great job at teaching you how to get into these forms, provided you're interested in the first place. Now, they can't correct your form, obviously, but that's a nitpick because, you know, that would be impossible. For now. Now onto the balance games. There are a bunch of minigames that are based on weight distribution and balance. Duh, idiot. We have this goalkeeper game, but goddamn, look at all this shit you're not supposed to hit. Look at the shoes! Oh my god, so many shoes! How bad is this team that they consistently throw shoes at me without fail? What, are they the Socceroos? And Panda Heads? Man, China ain't gonna be pleased about that. We also have the skiing and snowboarding gate pass thing that I suck at this, it's impossible, fuck this game. Also, there's a ski jump game that's pretty easy, fun. We have this Marble Madness minigame, which is pretty challenging and fun, although it's not anything that I really want to get good at. I love how they put me faces on the ball, just so you feel that much more attached. I mean, they're just colored balls, why would I feel any attachment? Oh no! We also have this penguin game where you tilt side to side to catch fish. The only thing worth mentioning is that it reminds me of the ice minigame in Crash Bash. Also, the music is so goddamn catchy. Now that's a workout. We have the don't touch the side maze where you balance to control how the bubble moves. I just don't trust the parts where you really have to concentrate or otherwise another jump scare is gonna pop up. Tightrope walk! And damn, with those Mii's cheering me on so much, how can you say no? I mean, they're cheering. Ah! What the hell? Why am I risking my life for these nobodies? Oh my god! Ah! And last in the balance games, sit still. The game. Seriously. Now the last section is the aerobic section, and boy, is it fun. That was sarcasm. I'm exercising sarcasm. To be fair, the aerobic section is actually the most fun. We have this hula hoop game, which is actually pretty entertaining to watch and listen to because the more hoops you spin around, the music adds another layer. Yes, you'll look like an idiot, and if you don't lean into the hoop, it just bounces off your head, but it's not as hilarious or ridiculous as
Back. If you follow front, you don't twist, you just lift.
So, it's got that going for it. There's also another mode called Super Hula Hoop. Man, right back to the SNES days, no? What's next? Hula Hoop 64? We have DDR for white people, as in it's really easy and uncool. Look how white this is. I mean, yes, okay, Tyrone is there, but like he's there for balance, not there because he wants to be. It's not boring by any means. It's still fun if you enjoy doing step-up based exercise. But because the balance board uses weight sensors as opposed to tap sensors on the DDR arrows, it's a bit more difficult to sense when to step. But you know what? It's so darn catchy and you can't help just dancing along and doing all the stupid movements. We have this boxing game where you have to step off your board and punch to the rhythm. It's meh. Also, you're looking kind of skinny there, Doc. You want some chocolate or something? And finally, jogging. It's just jogging. In place. While looking at a screen. Let that sink in. You know, I could say how bloody stupid it is to have a game where you just run in place while watching a screen, and how running in place is actually worse for your feet. The fact that instead of flying or racing around the resort, you just run with no music. The fact that it's so pointless when you can be running in real life as easily. The fact that you can cheat and just jerk off the Wiimote and make yourself run fast while you sit there doing nothing. But, you know what? This is really engaging. Look how beautiful the island is when you're running. It's strangely hypnotizing and it just makes me wish I could run around this peaceful track every day. Look at the sky. Look at the landscape. Would I play this every day and say it's amazing? No. But will I give this track one playthrough every time I boot the game up? Yes. So sunny, so idyllic, so peaceful, so amazing, so what the fuck? So eco-friendly, so Al Gore. Everyone you run into is cheering you on while you're just doing a regular jog. Man, I'd love to be cheered while doing my regular jog.
Doing good, man. Hey. Who's awesome? You're awesome. Doing great, my friend. What do you want? Hey?
And that was Wii Fit. I hope you enjoyed this episode and... What do you want, Cedric? Oh yeah. Wii Fit Plus. Fucking Cedric. So Wii Fit Plus was an updated version on the original Wii Fit game, so it really just replaces it. This updated version has 15 new minigames, and some of them are good, some are bad, and some are just... There's this juggling minigame, which is fucking impossible! Ah, stop it! Stop it! I'm not trained for this! There's an extension of the jogging game, but instead you ride a bike, and it sucks. Hard to control, and you look like an idiot. Relatively more so than usual. A Segway game that's actually worse. A math game where you have to hit numbers with your butt to get the sum. Oh god, it's like twerking training with math. A chicken game which is actually really fun and surprisingly challenging. Plus funny. I'm a chicken, out of the way! Aww. There's a level taken straight out of Super Mario Galaxy, and it's kind of bullshit, but still fun. And last but not least, a skateboard game, which is surprisingly good. Ha! Watch out, Skate, you've got competition now. Whoa, late shove it, tray flip, front 3, 5-0 to kick flip.
Skate terminology.
There's also a couple of extra features, such as being able to stack up mini games and exercises, so you don't have to manually select one each time. You can just make up your own routine, and there's also some preset ones, so it's all good. And 6, that's right, 6 whole new poses, so much value. Man, my sarcasm is getting stronger. I mean, seriously, that's not a lot of extra content and whoa! 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 Who is this hottie? Is that my Wii Fit trainer? Look at that, I don't know what they did, but she somehow turned hotter. I love how in this updated version, they show a bit more skin in the mid-crop, just to make sure you're getting your money's worth. I mean, you can't get more provocative and sexual than that. Dirty Nintendo. If you find it at a reasonable price, pick it up, and it'll give you a gentle kickstart into a healthy lifestyle. But by no means will it make you a six-pack toting, stereosonic going guy. But in all honesty, do you really want to be that guy?
Hey mate, ready to go? We're gonna go BMX.
Yeah, man, I'm just getting dressed. Hold on.
Alright.
Let's go.
Alright. Well, let's go.
TerryByte.
Skateboarding seems to be all the rage in video games. Who knows why? Maybe because skateboarding is a little bit more accessible. Maybe because Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 was a gateway for most gamers. Maybe because there isn't that many mainstream famous BMX riders. BMX games are hard to come by, and while I wait for the game BMX, which looks freaking awesome, I think I'll play the only BMX game I own. BMX XXX. Don't ask why I own this. You know, it wasn't a long time ago when crude humor and sexual content wasn't the norm. Back in the early 2000s, people were extremely shocked by GTA 3. And while that's still prominent, the 2000s were definitely more sensitive. But of course, BMX XXX's main gimmick was having heaps of sexual humor and even nudity while riding a bike. So the publishers, Acclaim, tried to cause controversy much like GTA did, to much success. Now it was talked about and it got a lot of people's attention, but the sales were... wow. Bummer. No wonder Acclaim went bankrupt. But why? Was this a gem that no one bought because no parent wanted to buy it for their child? Of course not! Look at the fucking title! Look at it! BMX XXX! If you can't tell this game is going to be horrible in the first 5 seconds of looking at it, then, I don't know, fuck off. So we get an obligatory opening cinematic, complete with a very stereotypical rock song. The only added bonus is that they show some strippers. I mean, look at this. There are so many high contrast filters and women wanting attention, it's like 10 Instagram pictures at once. Only thing that's missing is a picture of Starbucks coffee. Alright, let's just start. And we can choose a bunch of different characters, like Hell Kitty, Triple Dub, Joyride? Are these names? Ass Monkey? Ass Monkey is the name of a bike. 10 out of 10. Oh, and the black guy is the fastest. All the work Luther King worked for, gone. But stuff the characters, the back of the box boasts that you can create a rider. So let's do this. I need to make a character that's as laughable as this game, and also has sex appeal without any of the appeal. I wonder what... I got it! Oh, I did it. Oh, Miley Cyrus, you look wonderful. And again, the back of the box says that you can even cross-dress. So I'm gonna name my character Gregory Cyrus. I can't believe that I spent so much time on just creating the character. It's like I'm playing an RPG. And the cherry on this disgusting sundae? Socks with thongs. Oh yeah, I called them thongs. Not flip-flops, thongs. Come at me, America. Enough making my character, let's start the goddamn game. Let's bust out some tricks and oh my god, what is happening? I can't control this, I don't know. Well, that happened. I'm not sure what to talk about first, so let's start with the controls. It's a tricky one to explain. They're bad. Well, that was simple. Bikes go faster than skateboards, so naturally you have greater acceleration, but you gain so much speed from zero, and because you're moving so fast, aiming for anything is a nightmare. Come on, I just need to pick up this hooker. Come on, come on. Now, you know how in any Tony Hawk game, you crash into a wall and you lose some speed because, you know, that's how physics works? Well, apparently all the walls are rubber in this game. You just bounce off walls and lose minimal speed as well. So you just rocket between walls and the camera just goes completely apeshit. It really does make me want to vomit. I mean, it's already made me sick with the socks on the thongs. Oh yeah, still calling them thongs, ha! Apart from the walls, you know what else is rubber? Condoms? Gregory himself. I swear, this is the best thing about this game. Falling is the funniest thing I've seen. Just look what happens when you fall, it's like you're a bouncy ball. Wow, they really don't care what their game is. Alright, so the controls are pretty ass, in a sports game no less, so that kind of really undermines the whole title. So what else does there really talk about? The first level is the Bronx. Now, it's pretty stock standard with... Well, that was eventful. So much like Tony Hawk, we have some missions to do. Let's pick this one.
Fucking dogs are crapping all over that fucking place. I need you to get some from this guy I know that can help. Tell him Big Lou sent you.
So apparently this community worker is sick of dog poo being thrown around the place, and the only way to fix it is to steal this pimp's poodle, have it ride around the back pegs, and get 20,000 points. I can't believe that's an English sentence. Oh, but it's so easy to fall, and then you fail. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if there was a retry option straight off the bat, you know, like every other game. But no, it just cancels it. And then you have to find the guy again, then you have to get the poodle again, then you have to try to get 20,000 points again just to fall again. Do you see the problem?
They say that hand that holds Vina controls world. Well, this hand holds Vina very tightly. Does that left at my Vina will pay.
Wow, that was just hilarious. That was funny. It couldn't be better. Like, fucking hot dog wiener jokes are like the flavor of the eternity. You know what I'm saying? It couldn't be funnier and smarter than a hot dog vendor making wiener jokes. Wow. Beautiful. I quit. This is really weird. Why would an MA15 plus game make jokes a 5-year-old would be too mature for? What was the intent? I mean, who likes lazy, poorly written comedy? I mean, seriously, there's no... Oh, yeah. Okay, but those were one-offs, you know? I mean, what could sustain a series of unoriginal cliche jokes for years and years? Oh, come on! Next level. This Beverly Hills place called Sheep Hills. Ha 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 ha. And basically, it's a very small shopping district with a petrol station for giants. Seriously, look at the scaling. Am I a midget? Nope, because there's actually midgets in this level. Oh, and that's not offensive. They call them midgets. More specifically, midget clowns that you have to deliver to a clown car.
Hey, I'm late for the bar mitzvah.
Funny? So, I pick one up, and do you notice something missing? Something vital for me to know? Something to help me on my way? An arrow? A pointer? Anything? Where the hell is this clown car? Is it over here? Over here? I'm under a time limit. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's right there. Oh, well, I guess that's logical. So just to clarify, I'm right now Miley Cyrus's cross-dressing brother, Gregory, riding a bike through a shopping mall with 3 midget clowns riding on my bike to a clown car to go to a bar mitzvah.
There's a perfectly ordinary English sentence.
Alright, now we're in this... I don't even care anymore. So in this level, we have such varied missions. Like this one where we have to take 5 dinosaur mascots to the boy band bus. So basically, you know where this is going, right? Each level recycles and repeats the exact same mission structure. They repeat. They repeat. They repeat. They repeat. They repeat. They repeat. You see how that's annoying? Every level has the exact same missions. Deliver 5 of something, whether it be midget clowns to hookers to strippers to dinosaur mascots. Do a trick over something. Collect 45 of something. Oh yeah, you heard right. 45. Now I know what you're thinking. Tony Hawk has the exact same mission structure for every game. What are you whining about? Well, in Tony Hawk games, they have good controls. Enough said. Well, to be fair, there are 2 things about this level that are alright. One is this mission where you have to drag this guy around because he's a lip-syncing piece of shit, apparently. Hey look, a game predicted the Bieber phenomenon. And secondly, there are these snow trucks with quarter pipes for some pretty interesting riding. Woohoo! Let's get some air! Yeah! Next level! Las Vegas! Alright, this game has been pretty tame on the sexual stuff. So Las Vegas, the home of casinos and sex. Strippers perhaps? Riding around in a casino? Who knows? This level could be awesome. Wow, this is Vegas? This tiny map with an F1 racetrack in the middle of it? In the daytime? Now everyone knows daytime doesn't even exist in Las Vegas. This is the most disappointing Las Vegas ever. In Underground 2, New Orleans actually felt like New Orleans. Germany actually felt like Germany. Australia actually felt boring. Just like Sydney, you know what I'm saying? I seriously don't know if there is anything more to this level. I've been playing this for about 10 minutes and I haven't left this area. Is there anything more? Hello? Is this seriously it? What? I can't even... Oh! It's a new place. A whole new world. It fucking sucks. Next, last level, Launchpad 6-9. Haha! And wow, for a last level, this is one boring color palette. I think the last Airbender had more color. This is horrific.
The man wants to blast them into space. It's a real downer.
I think you're the downer, actually.
Man, I am so baked. Where'd those brownies go?
Wait a minute, over-the-top theme, ridiculous and mostly ineffective humor, and sex jokes up the wazoo, and that's the main gimmick? This is just a precursor to Saints Row, isn't it? Yeah, it is! Alright, Saints Row was self-aware of its ridiculousness, and it had fun with that, and it had fairly good gameplay, so... Okay, maybe it's not like Saints Row. I mean, this game has really weak humor, little to no substance, and yet for some reason... Of course! It was so simple! Acclaim is Adam Sandler! How the fuck did we not figure that out? That's amazing! I cracked the code! Now you see how that joke, it wasn't well written? It wasn't even funny. It was just silly and stupid and overall just really weak. That's the entire fucking game! I mean, the idea that the developers knew it wasn't a good game, so they decided to last minute add sexual humor and controversy shows how bland and overall just terrible this game is. And in Australia and the PS2 version globally, the sexual content got banned. So basically all the missions you do to unlock some videos of women stripping are still censored. So what's the point? All that hard work for nothing. Okay, just putting in the cheat and done. BMX Triple X is an insult to the gamer, women, pimps, hookers, the whole of Las Vegas, the BMX community, and you know what? To gaming itself. In fact, why the hell am I still even playing this game? I should be out there, having fun with my bike and being free and stuff. Fuck it!
Dude, you alright? Dude. Hey. You alright there?
Hi, thank you for this opportunity, I really appreciate it. Yeah, so I think I have some great ideas for some video games. Oh, you want to hear them now? Oh, that's great, because I got my notebook here. What? Oh yes, I have a bit of a rash developing on, so I'm wearing some gloves. Sorry about that. Anyway, so what am I... What? You want to make a game about gloves? That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. TerryByte. The Nintendo 64. Whether or not you're a fan of it, you can't deny its legacy, especially in the realm of 3D adventure games. Super Mario 64 was the innovator, and Banjo-Kazooie was perfection in relation to the 3D World Collectathon. Then, there was Glover. Glover is a weird one. I've actually owned this game my whole life, yet I've never played it. Basically, whenever I sat down to play it, I immediately just wanted to play Banjo-Kazooie. So I did. Developed by Blitz Games, who made... oh dear. And published by Hasbro Interactive, which means my intro didn't make any sense, Glover is a game that got mixed reception. IGN gave it 8.3 out of 10. But hey, IGN makes great reviews.
There aren't a whole lot of reasons for anybody older than 12 to pick this one up.
And GameSpot gave it a meh. Is it good or is it bad? It's probably neither. Let's see if the glove fits. Glove. That's like the worst joke I've ever written. So, what's the story, you may ask? There's a wizard here making potions, thing goes boom, glove goes out the window, the wizard falls down a hole, and now you have to collect gems. Wow. Brief. I have far too many questions to ask about this intro. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a countdown. Number 10. Who is this man? I mean, I know he's a wizard and all, but what's his goals? What's his ambitions? Number 9. Why did his hands fly from his wrists so easily? Number 8. Why would you throw the containers of liquids in the potion as well? Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of a container? Number 7. Were the hands sentient to begin with? And if so, why do you need to wear them? Number 6. How the hell are the gloves sentient in the first place? Number 5. What's up with the wizard's beard? It looks like you can impale somebody on it. Number 4. What does the evil glove cross-stitch want to do? I mean, he threw some crystals around and made things red. Number 3. What are these hats? Why do they have eyes? Why are they squinting at me? It scares me. Number 2. What do the crystals actually do? And the number 1 question about this introduction is, why does the wizard have 2 right hands? Play me on! The main gimmick is that you get to play as a glove, which is what everyone wants to be. The objective is that you have to take this ball to a cave where the wizard is set in stone. Bring all the balls back, which are actually crystals, revive the wizard, and defeat Cross-Stitch. Basically, you have to guide the ball through an obstacle course which is chock full of hazards, platforming, and enemies. Think of it as a longer stage of Super Monkey Ball with Super Mario 64. Mash them together and you get a glove. To traverse this environment, you need to manipulate the ball. Throw it, dribble it, slap it, walk on it, roll it, transform it, twist it, pull it, bop it! And the controls are fairly confusing. A and B do different types of throws, but A has 2 types of throws whether you hold it or tap it. They all have different arcs, forces, and use. You can also dribble the ball, but I'm not too sure how you actually do it. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. The problem is trying to time and execute these moves on the fly. There are segments where you have little time to make your right shot. The controls are confusing, and hey, if the controls are confusing in a platformer, well, you messed up. But here's the thing, I'm sure you can actually understand the controls if you play it enough. You can actually get really good at the controls if you stick at it. The problem is that, well, Glover doesn't really hold my attention. Why? The atmosphere, the feel. Visually, this game is rough and dated. I know it's a bit unfair to comment on graphics on a game that's 17 years old. Oh god, I'm old. But if you look at Banjo-Kazooie, well, there's so much detail that it doesn't look dated. In Glover, the fog. Oh, the infamous N64 fog. It really detracts from the stages. I know I'm talking about Banjo-Kazooie a lot, but fuck it, it's my video. The worlds felt alive. They felt like actual stages with themes and so forth. Here, they're all floating islands in the sky. Sorry, fog, with mild aesthetic differences. Banjo-Kazooie, the beach pirate world, Treasure Trove Cove. That was one memorable, bright, sunny, integrated level. You felt like it was an actual island with pirates and treasure and fucking shut up! But here, is this supposed to be a pirate theme? Ooh, pirate swords in the sky? Maybe it's me having too high of a standard, but the fact remains, the levels feel soulless. Because every level has to have edges in the sky for sake of challenge, the worlds themselves don't feel real or integrated, or at least interesting. It just seems to be a Marble Madness stage with a skin. Like the Haunted Mansion theme levels are really cool aesthetically and design-wise, but they're in the sky. What Haunted Mansion's in the sky? Mad Monster Mansion had Nope, that's enough of Banjo-Kazooie. Nope. Same could be said for the enemies. They aren't contextual to the levels. The first level, which I think is some ancient Rome or Egypt level or something, has... What the fuck is that? Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to describe what that actually is. There are also blue chickens that juggle and throw eggs. That raises too many ethical questions. Same for the collectibles. They're just these cards. There's really no fun in collecting them, and they don't even make little jingles like, God damn it, I did it again. Look, I know that I'm being pretty harsh. Hell, I might have pissed off a bunch of you who really enjoyed this game, but I just find no drive to complete this game. But saying that, there are some positives I have to address. Look, in terms of ideas, this is definitely an original concept. The idea you have to control a ball that's independent to you is pretty cool, throwing it, manipulating it, and using it to attack. Granted, they aren't perfect, but they tried. By pressing R, you can change the crystal into a bouncy plastic ball, a heavy bowling ball, and a small metal ball, all with their different properties. For instance, the bowling ball can take more abuse and can stun enemies, although sometimes it just breaks. The metal ball is easier to control and is magnetic, and the red and yellow ball, which you use most, you can bounce. And guiding the ball through these levels does feel like an accomplishment. They're even needed to defeat the bosses. Oh yeah, did I mention the bosses? I can sum them up all in one word. They aren't memorable in the slightest, and quite honestly, the clown scares me a lot, so the less time we talk about him, the better. Also, the idle animation is pretty funny. It's like he's a hand, but he's only a glove. He can never be a hand. He can never live up to that expectation. And the hub world changes with the completion of each world. At the start, it's all red and dark and gloomy and Jesus. Yup, those are definitely spikes coming out of a tent wall in a circus. Yep. Oh yeah, in this 3D platformer, one where you have to jump from high ledges to another, you have fall damage. They actually put falling damage in the motherfucking... Oh wait, that joke was already done. As you can see, I really just couldn't get into Glover. It's too slow and patient for my tastes. And to me, this game is a matter of personal preference. Glover requires patience and slowing down and really thinking about what your next line of action is. But unlike MGS, where you are actively avoiding combat to make sure you survive, here, it's a fucking ball. You kinda lose the impact. That doesn't excuse the fact that the worlds are boring, and to add salt to the wound, Glover runs so slow. Getting from one world to the next is an ordeal. Oh, there's a cartwheel, but that makes you go even slower, so you can't just... I can't knock on Glover for being a terrible game, because it's really not a terrible game, it's average. The ideas were good, it's just that they weren't executed very well. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I mean, I didn't grow up with the game, so I'm not really sure what someone sees in it who did grow up with this game, but I don't know, I just rather play Banjo-Kazooie or something. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just average. And that's all I can see in it. I can't see the best. Sorry, guys. Do you guys want to see my town?
Have you ever